What is our plan for today?
To move the truck into the garage so we can bleed some brakes and empty the old gas and...
How are we gonna move the truck?
With the other truck.
Oh.
So one truck will attempt to move the other truck.
All right. Right now, the truck is in this carport that we got. And we're gonna try to move it into the garage. I don't think we fully explained this yet. The truck is not at our house, it's at Connor's parents because we have way too much equipment at our house, so we couldn't fit anything else. And their garages are usually being taken up by his parents' cars, but his dad's car is at the shop, so we figured while it's at the shop, we'll take advantage of that and use his side to put the truck and hopefully be able to work on it and, like he said, bleed out all of the old fluids. I'm gonna hop into the truck and drive it, at least just like steer it, while Connor pulls it so we can hopefully get it into the garage.
Watch it.
We finally got it into the garage. Definitely took a lot longer than we had planned, but it's finally in here, so now we can start working on it.
Grab a jack stand and stick it on that axle. Jack it up higher. Okay. So this is the transmission where it has some numbers right there, 42952. I don't know if that's a 1 next to it or what that is, but I would assume that would be the date. So I would assume this would be like a late-ish model of 52. All right, gonna drain the fuel. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, so that didn't do anything.
That's weird.
I know there's fuel on there. Gotta blow out the rest of the gas.
Sounds empty.
This was serviced on 11/16/1968.
It was serviced 11/16/1968, you said?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so that's good. Okay, this looks like an inspection hole for what I think is the brake booster, but it's also connected to the clutch. So we're gonna try to bleed the brakes, but first I wanna check and make sure there's enough fluid in here. So, I think that's like 1.1/8 or something. 1.25 maybe. It's not very tight. I don't know if you can see over there. Oh. Well, that's dry as could be.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if this is correct fluid. Probably gonna end up draining the brakes again anyhow. But I'm gonna throw some of this in there and see what happens.
I hear it coming down.
Sounds like it's full. Rust proofing here and there, that's all that is. Go ahead. Pump it till it's hard. Oh, hold on. Got a leak underneath it here. Ah, there it is. Alright, stop. Yeah, that one's not tight. They couldn't get it tight enough, obviously. Now, I'm trying to deal with something that's stripped. What we're gonna end up having to do is gonna have to go and take some vice grips to her and then cut this off and flare a new kit on. So we're gonna cut this off up here, put another one of these on, then flare it out. Alright, so this is what we're gonna be replacing. As you can see, there's still some sides left here, and this came off one of my other 3 or 4 vehicles that the brakes failed. So I'm gonna just cut this off here or here and put it on the existing brake line and then put a double flare on like this. And there we go, we're free. So right here I'm going to use one of those copper cutters. A lot of plumbers, they'll use them. They obviously come in different sizes and everything. But this is small so you can fit around your frame and chassis and everything. So what you do is you tighten that little knob there and you go in a circle, and as you go around you continue to tighten until it falls off. So right now I'm going to put that fitting back on so I can screw it into the master cylinder, whatever you want to call it, and then I can go and double flare that brake line. First I test fit it to make sure it's the proper one, since it was just a scrap piece that I had in the garage. So this is a line flare kit. You can get these pretty much anywhere or rent them. You gotta pick your hole. This is a 3/16 line. I think I put it in like the 5mm spot. I don't know what the conversion is, but you don't want it too tight and you don't want it too loose. Too tight will bend the wire or the hose, and too loose you'll slip. I've done both of those in the past before. Next you put that adapter in, make sure you find the right size. Then you put this like mini pitman arm puller on the outside of that coupling. You have a male nipple that goes on the inside of the hose, and you just kind of tighten until you reach the bottom. Once you hit bottom, you can go and loosen it back off. Take out that adapter piece, and then what you're going to do is take that little pitman arm, whatever you want to call it, and bottom it out there so you can go and flare it out even wider. So that worked good. We went and screwed that back in to the cylinder, and all the fluids held tight from there. Next we're gonna go and bleed the brakes. So here's a cylinder, or it's a valve right there that we had to bleed, and Em's gonna be in the cab pumping the brakes, and then she's gonna hold the brakes when I tell her to stop. Holding the brake will keep pressure on the drum, which should release the fluid. Of course there's gonna be air in it, so it's gonna dribble out a little bit, and as you can see, this stuff is nasty and yellowish,
Gatorade color. It should be clear like water. You can see that in the bucket in a little bit here. So unfortunately, this is all we're able to do in this video. We ordered a whole bunch of hoses, rubber hoses for the front drums, and we had to get all new brake lines because we ended up blowing some of the old brake lines. So in the next video, you'll see that get all installed with some better copper brake lines.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy, and we will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!